Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I truly believe that responsive small launch will change the world.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the live stream for Vigrin Orbit's Above the Clouds mission. We are live in our studio here in beautiful Long Beach, California, right down the road from our manufacturing headquarters.
With that being said, let's take a quick look at our launch timeline so you can know what to expect throughout the rest of today's mission.
But Vigrin Orbit is opening space for everyone by enabling affordable, anytime, anywhere orbital access for small satellites that bring positive change to all of us back here on Earth.
So to help everyone at home differentiate between Vigrin Orbit and Vigrin Galactic, let's take a quick look at our launch simulation that we've put together for you.
Engine 2 rotation. Engine 3 rotation.
And as you can see now, Cosmic Girl is taxiing towards the runway. Her engines are all warmed up and ready to go, so we should be wheels up in no time.
So for those watching a live stream today, what you've most likely seen in the background is a number of graphical user interfaces, or GUIs. Now these GUIs are composed of some of the parameters our launch team across Vigrin Orbit are monitoring to make sure they keep track of the health and status of both Cosmic Girl and the rocket. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of those GUIs. These GUIs will show captive carry, stage 1 extent, and stage 2 extent. The current GUI that we have on the screen right now is for captive carry. To give you a little breakdown of what you're seeing on this GUI, Let's first focus on the primary section of this one. Here you see animation or a comic version of the rocket itself with a couple of our tanks overlaid on top. Those tanks represent our fuel and liquid oxygen tanks. Here you can see the fill level. Obviously, since we're still in captive carry, they haven't decreased yet. Up below the rocket, you can see some of the other components that comprise our rocket, like Newton 3, Stage 1, Inner Stage, Stage 2, and the payload. Here, we're tracking some of the key parameters like temperature and pressure. Across the bottom of this GUI, you can see some other information regarding both Cosmic Girl and the rocket pertaining to bus voltage, the speed and altitude of Cosmic Girl, which you can see is flying at 420 miles per hour at an altitude of 31,000 feet, as well as our pallet and pylon, which is our separation system for the rocket. So by all means, stay tuned throughout the rest of today's mission and take a look at these GUIs as they update, as they'll provide plenty of information on the relevant section of our flight segment. So as Cosmic Girl carries our rocket out to the drop point, I wanted to give you a quick rundown of the flight profile you'll see our rocket complete today. To help visualize the flight path of the rocket, we have put together a little graphic for you. Once again, to start this segment of our mission, you will hear the pilots yell, "Release, release, release," when we're prepared to drop the rocket. 3 seconds after drop, we will ignite our propellant settling thrusters, followed shortly by our main engine start, which will pitch our rocket up and take us through the Stage 1 flight phase. Through the next 150 seconds, our rocket will go from subsonic to hypersonic speeds as we climb up in altitude until we're about 5G in acceleration. At this point, the main engine, or Newton 3, will throttle down until all of the propellant has been expended, and we will transition to main engine cutoff, or MECO. Post-MECO, we'll go into a short coast until it is safe for Stage 1 to separate away from the rest of the vehicle. Post-Stage 1 separation, the rocket's second stage engine, or Newton 4, will begin its first run phase. At this point, we will have reached a huge milestone for our mission and will have made it to space. This will also mark a point where it will be safe to do fairing separation and set up our system for payload deployment. Around 500 seconds after the start of this portion of flight, we will have reached our transfer orbit and the second engine will cut off and end this first run phase. Next, we will see the vehicle enter into a maneuver we call the barbecue roll in order to ensure proper thermal balance across the vehicle. From here, we'll fly for about 30 to 45 minutes until we reach the apogee of our transfer orbit. Once we reach the desired point, we'll reorient the second stage for a quick second run phase of the Newton 4. This point will be very exciting as we have reached the final desired orbit and we will be ready to deploy the payloads for all of our eager customers. As we're flying and progressing through our mission, we'll definitely try to call out all of these milestones.
Cosmic Girl, accelerating.
Copy, accelerating.
Orbit base, LE2 confirmed, rocket is on internal hours.
Base copies, rocket on internal power.
Hi, good morning. Vehicles in drop ready mode.
Copy, drop ready.
Full. Release, release, release.
Launcher 1 is drop ready, as we can see. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to have the rocket cam for the drop, but we should be able to acquire that telemetry right afterwards and begin seeing Launcher 1 on her way.
Ah, it's a beauty up here.
Max Alpha flight complete.
Return Stage 1 burn nominal.
Max Q Alpha flight complete.
So as you all might have heard on MCC, we were able to drop successfully and separate from Cosmic Girl. We have already passed a number of milestones on our way here. Currently, you can see the rocket is at 3,000 miles per hour. That's around Mach 4, 5. And so we're definitely cruising through. We already made through our supersonic regime.
Throttle down commanded.
Newton 3 shutdown confirmed.
Stay step, brake wires broken.
And amazing views that we're seeing right now. The blue has gone to black, and that is the limb of the Earth in view. Launcher 1 is in space.
Fairing brake wire is broken.
So what you might have just seen on the video is we just had successful fairing separation from stage 2. And our, actually, you can perfectly see the satellites right now. And that's an absolutely gorgeous view of our system in space.
Newton 4 shutdown confirmed.
Coast started, barbecue roll started.
So we just heard from Mission Control that we just shut off Newton 4, so that was our SECO 1, and we've begun that maneuver that we mentioned earlier called barbecue roll.
And now Launcher 1 is going to coast all the way out to orbit apogee, and there Newton 4 will burn a second time, and after that we will deploy our 7 customer payloads into that mission orbit.
Control room, this is GNC.
Go ahead, GNC.
SECO 1, orbital allowance, apogee of 524 kilometers, perigee 194 kilometers, 45-degree inclination.
Copy that plane.
Well, how awesome is this? We have successful confirmation that Launcher 1 is coasting and barbecue rolling in her transfer orbit out to apogee, but the mission isn't over yet. So be sure to follow Virgin Orbit on social media for more mission updates to follow, including confirmation of payload deployment.
We want to thank everyone who tuned in for our Above the Clouds mission today. We also want to thank our customers for flying with us. And a special shout out to our live stream production crew, brand team, and my co-hosts, Paul and Spencer.
I want to also give a special shout out to all the engineers and technicians who I can hear on Mission Control right now cheering in the background. They have been working diligently and they've been working odd hours to make sure both Rocket and Cosmic Girl were ready to go today so that we were successful for our mission.
We've entered into commercial service and we are delivering on our commitments to our customers because here at Virgin Orbit, we release,
Release.
Repeat.
Take care.